Hey there, it's Kerry Carron again. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about how to establish yourself as an online authority. All right, so let's go back in my history a little bit. I started blogging somewhere at the end of 2009, and one of the places I started to blog was on kerrycarron.com. And I just started blogging there because, well, to be honest with you, because I had the domain name. And I did, even at that time, understand the significance of having my name as a domain. So if you don't already have your name as your domain name and as a place to start establishing yourself with some authority, then I think that would be a great place for you to start. But that's going to be another topic. Let's get on with the story here. So again, I bought the name because I knew the significance of owning the .com version of my name. And when I started to blog, I really wasn't sure what I was going to blog about or how often I was even going to write. And to be honest, I thought, my goodness, who on earth is ever going to want to read about me or anything that I had to say? So when I started, I didn't even know if I was going to like it, but as it comes down to it, I love to blog. I don't like writing the articles so much, but I do actually love to blog. So one of the ways that I have established some of my online presence is I have opened up all of my social media preferences. And in all of my social media profiles, you will find that most of them will describe me as a loving wife and mom, a web designer, developer, internet marketer, but most of all, I'm an avid student of life. And all of my profiles say something similar to that or are somehow related. And all are true and reflective of who I am and what I am and my ongoing journey of becoming all that I can and all that I was meant to be. So with that being said, let me explain my self-description in a little more detail. First of all, I am a loving wife and mom. I am married. My husband's name is Michael, and Michael is the love of my life and the best thing that has ever happened to me. He is a true soulmate. We were married in February of 1995, and we do have one heck of a first date story, but I'm not going into that here either. So they say opposites attract, and in many aspects, we fit that stereotype. But we also have the right combination of similarities to tightly bond our relationship. And I'm truly blessed to have Michael in my life, and I'm thrilled that I get to spend my life with him. As I also mentioned, I'm a mother of 3 boys. 2 from my first marriage are now grown and out on their own, and my third son arrived about a year into my second marriage. And I've totally enjoyed being a mom, and now am totally enjoying watching them as young adults living their own lives. And I even became a grandma in February of 2010. So I want to say hi to my little grandson, Ben, and I'm looking forward to being an empty nester very soon in my future. Can't wait to spend that time with my husband alone. So I used to be an air traffic controller. Michael was also an air traffic controller. I resigned my position after working for 17 and a half years. My reason for leaving air traffic was because my husband had been forced to retire from air traffic about 6 months before I resigned. And I was watching my husband's health and realized that I was heading down the same unwanted road. It took us a few years to regroup after we were out of air traffic to recover and rebuild, but it was during this time that I noticed that I had an interest and a desire to learn about creating website pages and using my computer for something productive on the internet. By 2003, I was creating web pages and simple information sites that I thought were fun. It was a fun hobby, and it was a new skill to add to my toolbox. Then in 2006, I started getting serious and aggressively learning more and more about web design and development. I was hungry to learn all that I could, and I've since given in and admitted that I am a computer geek, and most importantly, I do have a passion for web design, site development, and internet marketing. As I became more and more familiar with WordPress, the internet, and its powerful applications, many of my friends and friends of friends were asking me and paying me to help them install, build, and upgrade their websites. And for me, learning website development was simply a result of a necessity. I had a need to know for myself, and I didn't want to have to pay for something or anything for that matter that I could learn to do myself. Guess you could call me cheap in a way. Well, it was not until about the end of August in 2009, however, that my hobby would transition into a business. And I was let go and laid off from a position, and it left me without any kind of income. And so I decided to focus on ways that I would be able to help others achieve their website ideas by using the knowledge and the skills that I had developed while I was using and becoming more familiar with internet items on the internet as a hobby. So by this time, of course, I was really extensively into using my computer. And I launched my first real online business in September of 2009 and actually incorporated the business into an LLC in 2011. And that company is still in business. It's the Ultimate Solution. It's a web consulting, design, and development company offering uh, answers to online challenges. You can find more information about that at ultimatesolution.biz. No S on the end, ultimatesolution.biz. However, this brings me to the last section of how I describe myself, and that is being an avid student of life. I am a firm believer that education does not and should not end upon the completion of formal education. In other words, when you graduate high school or you get your diploma, that is not where your education ends. In fact, I believe the only way to continue and grow and move from where you are to where you want to be, to reach your goals, to become all that you can be, is to never stop learning. And therefore, I look at myself as an avid student of life, and I'm willing to share whatever I learn with you and teach you anything and everything that I know. So feel free to like this post and leave me a message below. You can find me online if you'd like to connect with me directly. I can be found on Skype. Just add contact Kerry Carron. And you could also join any of my lists by leaving me your name and your email on kerrycarron.com or ultimatesolution.biz. I'd love to help you learn whatever it is you need to learn and get you moving from where you are to where you want to be. Thanks again, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.